Mountain News this morning, an Eastern Kentucky football team honors a legend in high school sports, and a local health center becomes one of the few facilities in our region to offer a certain COVID-19 treatment.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Well, good morning to you. It's Friday Eve. I just heard Brandon say that in my ear. Good morning to you. It is 4:59. I'm Dakota Makris, and speaking of Brandon, let's check in with him with your forecast this morning. Brandon, good morning to you. I see you're wearing your pink tie, and I'm not wearing my pink tie, so.
It's Tie Thursday.
It's Tie Thursday.
Stole that from Andrew Doggrave down at WMBF, of course, former WYMT chief meteorologist. But yeah, we stole that from him, but we switched the days. He has Tie Tuesday, so we're doing Tie Thursday. We're going to try to make that a tradition the next few days, but we're going to see how that plays out. But today, this morning, it's the last day of September, Dakota. Can you believe that? And conditions are starting to get a little bit more on the cloudy side as we head out the door this morning. We're going to continue to see that, and we're going to continue to see some fog out there this morning as well. Dense fog. Prestonsburg has went back to sleep on us this morning. We've been losing these sensors left and right, but you can see that the fog is very thick and dense, close to zero visibility in a lot of locations this morning. Irvin back online, Jackson too, but Prestonsburg back to sleep this morning. A lot of 50s and 60s out there, basically right on the cusp of 60 degrees, except for Ashland. They're a little cooler this morning at 52. Looks like Jackson there at 64 is the warm spot this morning. So you'll need a little bit of coffee. I'm about to go make myself a cup here in just a minute in the kitchen, but we're going to be seeing, again, the out-the-door forecast that features fairly decent conditions this morning, and temperatures back into the low 80s again today, almost a carbon copy yesterday, although we did get a touch warmer yesterday than we expected. I'll have more on that in just a little bit. Dakota?
All right, Brandon, thank you. Johnson Central's football team has spent the last few weeks praying for their head coach, and now that his battle with COVID-19 is over, they are playing for him. Jim Matney died Tuesday, leaving a legacy and a field full of love for his team and school. The Golden Eagles say his legacy will now be the light they follow as they continue to play this season.
Daggone right, we're going to play Friday, and we're going to prepare for our opponent. Just like we would if he was here.
This is really going to fuel us to go out and conquer each game and just give it 100%.
Teams across the region are sharing photos of their helmets as they added Jim Matney's sticker to their school colors this season. Well, funeral arrangements are now set for Coach Jim Matney. Visitation will be Sunday, October 3rd. From 6 to 9 p.m. at Johnson Central Gymnasium. The funeral will be Monday, October 4th at 1 p.m. on the Johnson Central football field if weather permits. Now there will also be a 2-hour visitation period before the funeral begins. COVID-19 continues to take a sad toll on Eastern Kentucky, but that did not stop community members from gathering in Hazard Wednesday night to unite in prayer. WYMT's Corey Sanning shares their story.
Uniting a community during a difficult time.
I'm very, very excited to meet new community members and just bring something good to our area.
People coming together for a community vigil Wednesday in Hazard to honor life's loss to COVID-19, while also offering defense against the virus.
When somebody loses someone in their family, it's someone's mother, someone's brother, someone's sister, someone's spouse. I mean, there's many people that we have lost in this area.
Josie Couch is still recovering from COVID-19 and recently lost her mother due to COVID complications.
Still having symptoms like the long-term effects from COVID, but I am getting better and I am on the road to recovery, and I'm glad.
But she is rejoicing in the chance to join hands with the community.
It's not the same thing when you FaceTime someone as being able to be in person with them and be social, you know, with someone. And it's been a very difficult couple of years for this whole community.
As officials hosting the event encourage people to use 2 defenses to slow the spread.
There's no better way than with prayer and vaccination.
Offering shots and prayers. and hopes the community will overcome. In Hazard, Corey Sanning, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, for those that missed the vigil, ARH staff say you can still go get your COVID-19 or flu shot at the ARH Medical Mall. Well, with the surge of the Delta variant, preventative measures like the monoclonal antibody therapy increased in demand. But one Eastern Kentucky medical facility became one of the few facilities in the region to offer the monoclonal antibody infusions. Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky, located here in Hazard, offers that antibody therapy, which is used to treat high-risk COVID patients early on in their diagnosis. This treatment can prevent symptoms from progressing, ultimately preventing hospitalization and death.
And it's really helped us get through this peak. And I think that we're on the downhill slide. We still have people that are getting sick, but we're starting to see less cases. And the need for the infusion has not been like it has been, but we've got the capability if we have another spike.
Now, Dr. John Jones says if you live in the area and are at high risk and have just received a positive COVID test, to call Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky to see if you are eligible for monoclonal antibody therapy. Wednesday was a grim day in Kentucky as more than 80 new COVID deaths were reported. Governor Andy Beshear announced 3,893 new cases of COVID yesterday, increasing the statewide total to 688,861. There were 82 new deaths reported as well. This brings the death toll to 8,717, and the positivity rate is a little more than 10%. You can always find the latest COVID-19 information over on our website at WYMT.com. Well, Grace Health was nationally recognized by the American Heart Association and American Medical Association for efforts to improve cardiovascular health in patients. Now, the clinic received awards in its Check Change, now Control Cholesterol program, and its Target BP program, which improves patients' blood pressure. Tammy Sizemore, the Director of Clinical Quality at Grace Health, shares what that recognition means to her.
The community that I live in, the people I love, my family, my friends, that they're healthier because of our efforts at Grace Health to improve cardiovascular care.
Grace Health has 11 clinics throughout southeastern Kentucky and remains committed to improving patients' overall health. Well, thank you so much for getting your Thursday morning started with us here on Mountain News This Morning. When we come back, find out why people are living near national parks here in the U.S. could feel the impact of a possible government shutdown.
And the forecast starting to get a little bit more on the foggy side this morning, starting to get more soggy as we head into the weekend. We'll talk about those trends in about 3 minutes.